For although there may be so-called gods in heaven and on earth, as indeed there are many gods and many lords, yet for us there is one God, the Father, from whom are all things and for whom we exist. While mainstream religion often labels ancient cultures as pagan, the evidence tells a different story. The Canaanites were more accurately henotheistic. They worshipped one high God without denying that other deities existed. It's a theme that has quietly migrated into modern Christianity, masked by terms like angels, or tucked away beneath layers of allegory. Tonight, we're exploring the Canaanite high god, El, and uncovering how the Old Testament deity was recognized by the Canaanites as this very same power. But before we get into the meat and potatoes, if you're enjoying this journey, share this episode with someone who shares your passion. And if you'd like to support our research directly, you can find us at buymeacoffee.com/SOS cubed. That's buymeacoffee.com/SOS CUBED. El. Today it's often reduced to a mere epithet for the Christian God, but this simple word was once the name of the ultimate power. Even when ancient tribes had their own local gods, El was the undisputed authority. Take Genesis 20, for example. King Abimelech of Gerar is visited by God and immediately recognizes his authority. This is significant because scholars believe the Philistines' primary god at the time was Dagon. Yet, there was no conflict. El didn't have to fight for the top spot because El was the one distributing the power in the first place. El is the force holding reality together and keeping lesser gods in check. His role as a judge and setter of boundaries points to his Saturnian nature. We see this limit setting clearly at the Tower of Babel. El admitted that nothing would be impossible for a unified humanity, but realizing we weren't ready for that kind of advancement, he stepped in to confuse the languages and set a boundary. While the name El has been replaced by the generic God in most Bibles, it is still hard-coded into our language, both religious and mundane. Angels. The prefix A-N-G denotes a corner or an angle. When paired with the suffix El, meaning of God, it suggests that angels are more than just messengers. They are angles of God, fragments of the whole, making them gods in their own right. Elder. Break it down and you get El and Der, a shortening of derivative, a derivative of God. Elite. Here, the suffix ite indicates a follower or adherent. The elite are quite literally the adherents of God. Why would a modern initiate seek out El? Because he is the master of disciplined power. He teaches the true meaning of self-sovereignty. For those looking to connect with his energy, use the symbols of the bull or Saturnian correspondences during meditation. Archaeology often depicts El as a bearded man on a throne, or in Gnosis, he can be seen as holding two snakes by their bodies, symbolizing his effortless command over both creation and destruction. If you don't have an idol or a visual aid, don't overthink it. Simply call out to him in earnest. There will be a response. Thank you for listening. If you haven't already, be sure to dive into our back catalog for more. And if you have an experience with El or any of the entities we've discussed, we want to hear it. Email us at soscubed@gmail.com. That's SOSCUBED@gmail.com. Until next time, keep researching and keep exploring.